All right, so Microsoft is at it again with the AI stuff. Everybody's talking about it.
Always something new to talk about.
And this time, it's all about a wave of new Copilot features they're adding to 365.
And they went all out this time.
So, like, every time I refresh my feed, there's like 5 new articles
Oh, yeah.
that I need to read to even like get a handle on what's going on.
Right.
Luckily, we have our deep dive here,
That's right.
and we're going to unpack all of it.
Absolutely.
So today we're looking at a few different pieces. There's a really interesting post from the Microsoft Community Hub.
Okay.
They've got their own perspective.
Yeah.
We've also got the official announcement from the Microsoft 365 blog.
Sure.
And last but not least, we're going international this time.
Oh.
We have an article from a Thai news site, which is translated, of course.
Very cool.
But it's interesting to see like what parts of this update are resonating.
Sure.
Across the globe.
Yeah.
So for anybody out there who like went off the grid for a few months and missed all the AI news,
Right.
remind us again, what is this Copilot thing?
Well, basically, you can think of it as an AI assistant
Okay.
living inside your Microsoft 365 apps.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just, those little tips
Right.
like the old clip you used to give you.
Right.
It's actually generating content now.
Oh, wow.
Like it can analyze data,
Uh-huh.
even automate tasks for you.
Okay.
It's pretty impressive.
But if I remember correctly, haven't we seen Copilot before?
You're right. It's been around.
It's been like slowly appearing.
Yeah, a very gradual rollout.
So what makes this wave of updates so special?
Well, this is where things get interesting.
Okay.
Because Microsoft's taking all the data Copilot's been gathering
Mm-hmm.
and using it to make the output much more useful.
Oh, okay.
And a big part of that is this thing they're calling Copilot pages.
Yeah, I've seen that term thrown around a lot.
It's a big deal.
What are they?
So imagine if you had this digital canvas,
Okay.
kind of like a Google Doc, but with AI built in.
Mm.
And it's not just like a sidebar that generates text.
Right.
This is like the AI is in the document with you.
Oh, wow.
Like it's embedding insights and suggestions,
right.
even visuals right there on the page.
So it's like brainstorming,
Yeah,
but with an AI partner.
exactly.
And it's pulling from like all the Microsoft 365 knowledge.
Potentially even more than that.
Really?
I think we're talking about integrating data from your documents,
Wow.
your emails, even
Mhm.
external sources if you want.
Mm.
And it's not just about making documents prettier.
Right.
It's about making the AI output actually usable.
Which honestly, that's been the problem.
Yeah.
Getting those insights from the AI
Totally.
and actually doing something with them.
Yeah.
Instead of just like, oh, that's cool, and then you move on.
Exactly. And what's got me really interested
Yeah.
is they're rolling this out to paid users right now.
Wow.
Free tier will get it eventually,
Mhm,
but
mhm.
I think they're serious about getting this in people's hands
Yeah.
and seeing what they do with it.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I wonder what kind of feedback they're expecting.
Me too.
This is going to be big.
Yeah, it is.
So Copilot pages sound really cool.
But what about the apps we already use every day?
Right.
What's changing there?
Well, that's where things get really interesting.
Okay.
Because Wave 2 isn't just giving us like new toys to play with.
Hmm.
It's making the tools we already use way more powerful.
Gotcha. So like they're not just throwing everything out and starting over. They're
Okay.
actually like building on what's already there.
Yeah. And the Community Hub post really dives into the details for SharePoint and OneDrive.
Okay, so let's talk about those.
Right.
What's happening with SharePoint?
One of the biggest things is they're making search smarter.
Oh, how so?
So now you can use AI to find things across your entire SharePoint.
Wow.
Not just documents, but like libraries,
Right.
team conversation, the whole thing.
And it understands what I'm looking for.
Yeah, you can use natural language. No more like keyword stuffing.
Exactly.
To try and like trick the search.
Yeah. You just ask for what you
Uh-oh.
need.
That's really cool.
Like having your own research assistant.
Yeah, for real.
Who knows where everything is
Right.
and can find it instantly.
And OneDrive's getting the same treatment.
Pretty much.
So it's not just for like work files anymore?
Yep. It can handle anything you throw at it.
That's awesome. Okay, but I'm curious about some of the other apps.
Sure.
Because I was reading the Microsoft blog post and they were talking about Excel.
Uh-huh.
And they said you can use Python in it now.
Yeah, that's a big deal.
I don't even know what that means.
Okay, so Python is this really powerful programming language
Okay.
that people use for analyzing data and like creating visualizations.
Right.
But normally you'd have to know how to code to use it.
Yeah, I definitely don't.
But now with Copilot, you don't need to.
Really?
You can just like talk to Excel and It'll understand.
Wow. So give me an example.
So say you're looking at a bunch of sales data
Okay.
and you want to see like what the trends are. You
Right.
could just ask Copilot, hey, show me the likely sales for next quarter.
Mm.
And it'll generate a Python script behind the scenes.
Wow.
Run the analysis, and then give you the results.
So I don't have to do any of the hard work.
Pretty much.
That is mind-blowing.
Yeah, it's a game changer for sure.
Okay, so we've covered Excel. What else is new?
Well, PowerPoint got a pretty big upgrade too.
Oh, really? What do they do?
So now you can give Copilot your notes, like bullet points or even just like a rough idea,
Okay.
and it'll help you build out an actual presentation. Yeah, it'll structure everything
Wow.
and even make it look good.
Get out of here. So I can just like dump all my thoughts into PowerPoint now,
Pretty much.
and it'll make sense of it all.
That's the idea.
That's wild. Okay. That almost seems like cheating.
It's definitely getting there.
Speaking of cheating,
Yeah.
I was reading the Thai news article, and they mentioned this new Copilot agent
Oh, yeah.
called Visual Content.
That one's a game changer.
What is it, though?
Okay, so it's basically like having a graphic designer
No way.
built into Microsoft 365.
Seriously.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
So I can just be like, hey, I need an infographic
basically.
for my presentation on the history of AI.
Right.
And it'll just make it for me.
That's magic or anything.
Okay.
But you give it some prompts. Maybe show it some examples of what you like.
Right.
And it'll generate a bunch of different options.
See, this is what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Like, what are we even supposed to do when the AI can just do everything for us?
Well, that's the big question, isn't it?
Like, I'm barely qualified to use PowerPoint,
Right.
and now it can design better than me, too.
Well, I don't know about that.
You know what I mean?
Sure. But it's a valid concern.
Right.
Like, what happens when AI can do our jobs better than us?
Exactly.
It's a conversation we need to be having, for sure.
Definitely. But in the meantime,
Yeah.
what are we supposed to do?
Well, I think it's about working with the AI,
Okay.
not being afraid of it.
So, like, it's a tool.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like a calculator didn't replace mathematicians.
That's true.
If anything, it freed them up to do even more complex stuff.
I see what you're saying.
And that's what I think these AI tools will do for us.
So instead of, like, replacing us, it's
Right.
more like they're making us better.
Exactly. They're augmenting our skills.
I like that. So to wrap this all up,
Yeah.
we've got Copilot pages changing how we collaborate. We've got these AI agents that can, like, automate tasks,
Right.
even design stuff. Is there anything this thing can't do?
Well, let's not get carried away.
Right.
It's still a tool at the end of the day,
True.
but it's a pretty amazing tool.
That's for sure.
And that's what makes this whole update so exciting.
Yeah.
Because Microsoft's basically given us this incredible technology and said, go have fun with it.
So what do you think is the best way to get started with all this?
I think it's about figuring out what your biggest pain points are.
Okay.
Like what tasks are eating up all your time.
Right.
And then see if there's a Copilot solution that can help.
So before you even, like, open up Copilot,
Yeah.
take a step back and think about what you actually need.
That's a good way to put it.
Awesome. Well, I don't know about you,
Yeah.
but I'm excited for the future.
Me too.
AI is changing everything,
It really is.
and it seems like Microsoft is leading the charge.
I'd say so.
All right, so for everyone listening out there,
Yes.
don't be afraid to experiment.
Right.
Dive into Copilot and see what you can create.
Have some fun with it.
You might just surprise yourself.
You never know.
Until next time.